Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to PSGL F5 for round number 9 here in Belgium. Today is myself and Jamie as per usual. Say hello.
Hello everyone.
As I said, today is round number 9 here in Belgium. We're more than halfway through the championship now, and as we are more than halfway through, and because it's usual start to a stream, Jamie, if you want to go through the standings and make sure your voice is allowed to be shared, because I don't know if Fish can hear
you. Yeah, it should be allowed to, should. By the way, I just put really rubbish out skimming impressions. So, the driver standings are as follows. First is now White Fountain, a league change at the top. He's on 79 points. Second is Mr. P on 67 points. Third is Niles, or Niels rather, on 58 points. I need to remember that's how you pronounce it. Jack Tyler, 4th on 53. Schweb, 5th on 41. Warren Haig, joint 5th in 6th on 41. Simo, 7th on 40. 8th, Jake Clark, also on 40. Jamie Met is 9th on 20. Luke Bailey, 10th on 14. 11th is Stin on 12. Storm is left the league, so right now 12th will be Gazaman on 10 points. 13th is David Woolbank on 10 points. LFC's 15th on 7 points. Smudge 15th rather, on 6 points. Dave has left the league, so 17th. But yeah, Johnny's also left the league, and Timmy as well. So 17th being the Taurus on 3 points. BY9 on 2 points in 18th. Miles is 19th on 0 points. Racer is 20th on 0 points. Alice is 21st on 0 points, and Andy is last, of course, not to complete the race yet. And my game is frozen.
Great, good start.
Yeah, could you give me an invite back?
Right, on a second. Oh, I can't. You should be able to rejoin though. You ordered an invite, so you can just rejoin through someone on your friends list.
Oh yeah, I should do. I'll go for the constructors on the side. I'm just get myself sorted. Right, LFC, give me an extra invite. I think you know what happened. Swift and LFC.
Oh,
so
Awesome dude's off in the wall already.
Oh dear. Wait, did he lose a wheel?
No, he's off.
Right, so the Constructors' Championship, McLaren currently lead the way on 99 points. In second is Renault on 82. Then 1 point behind them is Mercedes on 81 points in third. Sauber 4.80. Fifth is Toro Rosso on 65. Sixth is Ferrari on 53. Seventh is Williams on 22. Eighth is Haas on 10. Force India 9th on 6. And Red Bull in last on 5. Red Bull have scored twice in a row after not scoring points for the first few rounds.
Yeah, that is very true. I don't know if the stream's been shared out in the PSN chats. I don't think it has. Oh, it has.
If it hasn't, then I'll do it.
Yeah, it's only shared out in the F5 chat, but yeah.
Nichols only done that for reps, so I'll share this one.
Let's just have a look. Anyone else? Is anyone actually on a lap? Are you back in yet, or?
Yeah. I'm just sending a link out to the F6 chat.
White Fountain is on a lap. Championship leader now. Jamie met his teammate also. BUA, David Warbank. Who's close to finishing one? Closest will be White Fountain, as he is coming through Puon.
There we go. The F5 race has been linked in the F6 chat.
Alright, yeah, White Fountain.
It hasn't been shared out in FB either, so I'll do that real quick too.
Right. White Fountain now the championship leader after last week, where Mr. P's bad run of form. Yet again happens, and White Fountain, I believe, what position was it? Did he get?
White Fountain in the championship. Oh.
No, what did he get yesterday, last week?
He won the race last week.
Oh yeah, so he's taking the championship lead. Also, one thing to look out for is the battle between the Renaults and the Sauber. Since Jay Cott is not here, the battle was kind of ruined, but both the Renaults and both the Saubers are separated by 1 point. Both the Renaults are on 41 and both the Saubers are on 40, so that is very interesting. The Constructors is, as you said, really close.
Yep.
White Fountain's gone off. Yep, I'll look out for it, that's it, don't worry.
Is that the first time we've seen a David Wilbank supporter in the chat in absolutely ages?
No, I think Zex has been in the chat before. Cheering David Wilbank, I think. Welcome, Zexer, anyway. There comes Luke Bailey, as he's just coming through Blanchimont. What can he do? A lot of people have selected the Super Soft or the Soft, so could be interesting. As Luke Bailey goes second.
Just nearly a second off White Fountain. It's interesting how slow some of these guys are going on the Super Softs considering you have 6 times.
What was F6, Paul?
42-4, I think.
44. I think the one person who may be able to beat White Fountain this time is Schweb.
Well, Zexa can tell us, Zexa can confirm that. I think he was the guy that actually got caught. He was out on the Brown.
Niles is coming across the line. What can he do? Forget I asked. Simo pits. Jamie Met. No. Jack Tyler is serving a qualifying ban as he re-enters the pits now. He's gone out for his installation lap, and that should be it for him.
Yep, Alice is slowed right down near enough on the apex there of the hairpin substituted. He gets going. I'm gonna get confused again. But I know a lot of people have been doing this throughout the week as Warren Higg goes pole on 42.9. How many people are going to bottle it at Eau Rouge?
I don't know whether it's going to be a wet race, I doubt it, but I'm thinking 2. Gonna go quite a low number.
It all depends on what ballast the drivers are going to be running. Or how cautious they actually take it up there. I usually take it quite cautious, never mind my ballast anyway, because I know it's slippery. If there's someone spot into the grass, it's Alice.
Warren Higgs has been doing a very odd strategy, because if he doesn't improve... Oh, that's why. Yep, thank you, Warren. I had a feeling that was going to happen. It's a wet start. I'm going to predict now about 5 people bin it up Eau Rouge.
All on lap 1 or all separate?
A few on lap 1. Rain for 20 minutes to the start of the race. Oh, and Belgium is a bitch for drying out. So 20 minutes will probably feel about 35. So
let's sit back and enjoy it. The drivers, or the people are not racing.
I've got a feeling there'll be a surprise winner. I'm saying that now.
Imagine if David Warbank won it and proved all his haters wrong. They'll probably shut up that Fletcher guy.
He could win it.
Then here's David Warbank. A lot of yellow flags going around here. Oh, Jenny Metta's crashed in an odd spot.
Where did he crash?
On the run up to Eau Rouge, on the straight bit though, so...
Oh, he's lost his whole wing.
But it wasn't at Eau Rouge, he was on the run up at the straight running up to Eau Rouge. He crashed there, and it was odd. It's also an odd collision last week as well, where Simo spun and then Stim spun into his car. That's Miles completely shafts like on.
Miles is still yet to score a point. He didn't score a point for the whole of last season, so yeah, you may need to eventually get a point.
I feel like Schwanek can have 7. He only scored 1 point last season, didn't he, Schwanek?
I I can't remember, to be honest.
So remember, he somehow managed to score a point in that race we kept on spinning out every corner in Germany. Dallas runs really close to the wall. He could get punctured if he does that too many times. Too long.
I don't see why Schweb's still going around on a set of mediums. That is what is confusing me at the moment.
Yeah, I don't understand why some drivers go on the harder tyres, because no matter what, the super soft is the way to go, because the one stop is easy around you no matter what tyre you're on.
And it's a wet start.
Yeah, so tyres don't really matter.
A bit confusing, but oh well. There's a lot of people out. Simo, no. The bomb's just started a lap. Jamie met. No, yeah, he's just coming back from getting his wing chopped off. White Fountain's on a lap.
Andrew yet to come out of the pit since he had that moment at the top of the pole. Probably see him later on in the session.
Yeah, Andrew, or awesome dude, is new to F5. He is a reserve, but most likely will race every week because usually one person doesn't make it, so we'll usually see him. White Fountain seems to be track extending heavily through this lap, I've noticed. As he goes off the track again.
Yeah, if you run wide of that corner, I don't think it actually counts as invalid, because I know a lot of drivers in real life tend to take that a bit wide.
Oh, I've seen. Oh wait, no. LFC is giving White Fountain a tow. That's not really what LFC I think intended. But
well, it's just helped them.
Yeah. So I get
any guessing the way Miles has crashed? It's in second two, so it can't be over.
Probably poo on.
Yeah, that's
42.5.
Decent old lap. Didn't beat the pole time in F6, but as track rubbers in, I expect that to be beaten.
He did actually have a toe off LFC, so that would have helped his lap.
Yeah.
Miles binned it at no name corner.
No name corner, that's the left-hander.
So the downhill left.
Unless he just straight lined it, then I don't really see how he could possibly lose a wheel there.
I guess the only way he could have done it if he went extremely wide and just hit the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see his remains of his car there.
I consider the remains of his car from that time. Well, I had a different angle to you actually looking back at the stream. You saw front wing up against the wall, didn't you?
Yeah.
But the position of that front wing debris, it looks like he's just
straight lined it. Yeah. Mr. P, underperforming to say the least.
Going to the curb, says Jack Tyler. Curb here, but no, Jack Tyler's spectating, isn't he? So yeah.
Yeah, he's got his qualifying ban, so it is a wet start, so potentially it's not the worst thing in the world. Starting at the back.
Well, Race is having a good qualifying. Was actually fifth for a moment there, but David Warback is actually on fourth, but now he's sixth. So far, not a bad result from Racer.
Mr. P around the final corner, what can he do? Oh, okay, wow. I wasn't actually expecting that. He didn't look like he was going to be there. Yeah.
Simo's gone fourth.
As Mr. P found his form again, we could have a championship fight.
Yep. Oh, there's two Ferraris just sandwiching Simo here. I don't know if he was actually going to count that lap, but Simo's been held up by the two Ferraris. David Warbank looks like he's just straight lined like Bob.
Speaking of a Ferrari,
oh, Warren Hay.
Oh, wow.
Well, there's the F6 time beaten.
Fair play, I didn't actually think he would do that.
The Renaults have been quite good at qualifying this year, though. Race pace has really been well.
I know they have the most poles this season. I believe together as a team they have the most poles this season. I do know that, but I don't know about individually.
Yeah, by the way, look at the gap between David Warbank and Niels.
Question for Leon. Did you know that Warren Haig is a PSGL F1 Constructors winner? I do know that. Who did he do it with?
How about that?
This will be
I
back
didn't even
in.
know Warrenegger was actually in F1.
This would have been time ago. Season.
Yeah.
This is gonna be early.
2013 days, maybe.
I want to say around about season 10. I was.
2013,
I'm gonna say season 10. I was gonna say with Aaron because you know Aaron with a wink. PSGL F1 2013. Yeah.
Yep. I know Duo used to be quite quick in F1 2012.
That was time ago.
Ew.
Hold on a minute. I found a sneaky little tactic here. Look at the Ferraris.
They giving each other toes, maybe?
Well, LFC's getting a toe off at the moment.
Yeah, like Niels is one further up in the standings in the qualifying, and he's in the fight for the championship too. So I don't know why Niels is like pulled off really. I can't really get a toe from that now. Right? Not good enough. But still.
Question for me, explain my camera angle. So I can see if people have got front wing damage. It's quite helpful actually. There's more yellow flags.
Yeah, it's Jamie Meta, they call me saying people through. Interestingly, he joins the Red Bull. Andrew is now back out onto the track after losing his right wing early on in the session.
Jamie's on co-comms. Aaron? The person who had a crash with Ash Best in FP.
Yeah, the slightly disappointing Jamie that's also from Wales.
Not the F1 champion, but maybe in a few seasons' time. Warrenegger retires?
Warrenegger retired. I think that has to be a crash because he can't retire on the track.
Well, he could. If I don't see it, then he's alright. Or if no one sees it, then he's alright, but...
Yeah.
Here comes Niles and LFC. Oh, Niles has gone second and LFC binned it in a wall.
Oh. And the DRS board.
And that's a Toro Rosso coming around the final corner. That is... Andy going 5th.
Yep.
One person I will keep an eye on at the moment who's still down there is Schweb. We know he's good at one lap pace, so got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that's definitely a banker. I don't know if he got invalidated though. He did run a bit onto the curb at the corner name.
He's on an outlap.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think he's actually racing around. He came out a bit late.
Definitely a banker. Yellow flag. I think it might be someone at Lake Home again, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, this could be interesting. Mr. P and White Fountain. They're very close to each other.
By the way, Niles has gone second. And Mr. P can't improve.
I don't know how you pronounce it, Aaron. I call him Schweb. Not Shoib, or whatever you're trying to say.
Maybe he gets from the Persian, we'll ask him.
Yeah.
He started his lap now.
Just said, have you seen the toe Mr. P's getting?
Yeah, but...
He's not going to help him for the corners.
Yeah. Unless White Fountain bottles it, then Mr. P is going to have a really nice time. Yellow flag to sector 2, runs the gravel a bit there, Mr. P.
Wait, so you pronounce it... Carry on.
Shoib.
Shoib, right, we're going to call him Shoib from now on.
Mr. Shoib's FR. Yellow flags in the final 2 sectors, and LFC has gone into the grass and he's lost wing. I think he's span into the wall.
BWay 9 around the final corner, only 11. Oh, Schweb's out! Shoib is out. Alice, 9th.
9th. Yep. Mr. P is still. I think Shoib might have bottled it at the
corner.
The long straight limited launch not. But no.
No, Shoib lost it. No named. David Warbank around the final corner. He's actually been.
Mr. P has lost time to White Fountain. on his lap, and Notorious is right ahead of both of them. So yeah, I don't think White Fountain has really been helped by having such steering from Mr. P here.
Oh!
But he's gone pole. Oh,
And Mr. P goes
wow.
second. So top 2 in the championship are 1 and 2.
Yep.
Top 4 are separated by. Wow.
Yeah, I think Notorious gave a massive toe to White Fountain there.
That's it for qualifying. There's a massive gap from 4th to 5th.
Has LFC run out of fuel? Because he's
yes, he has. He has run out of fuel.
Yeah. And White Fountain's AI just keeps on running into the back of Notorious. And that's just causing a oh, there's been a crash. There's been a crash between 2 AI cars on the Carroll Straight. BOA 9
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Oh dear, these AIs are actually worse than some of the drivers actually racing. No offense.
Except for Flying Timmy.
Oh yeah, no one can beat the legend himself.
What happened to Shoaib Zafar? He hit the wall at the no-named corner. But yeah, that top 4 is separated by less than 2 tenths, and then the gap to Awesome Dude, who pretty good qualifying, or Andy, I'll call him Andy because it's his actual name, in 5th. Good debut from him, but I think unless there's any drama, the front 4 are just going to fly away.
Yeah, interestingly, there's only a tenth separating the top 4. So the pace around the track between the top guys are fairly similar.
What could be interesting is... Carry on.
It'd be interesting to see how they do in the race with the wet conditions. Because that helps some people and gives a disadvantage to others.
That's actually what I was about to say. Are the top 4 running dry setups?
Well, it's only raining for 20 minutes, like they said. It all depends how long it's going to actually have a wet track. But oh my goodness!
I did just see a McLaren jump.
Yeah, I saw Renault flip over the McLaren.
No, it was a Renault actually. I looked back on the stream. It was a Renault on top of a McLaren.
Yeah, and the Renault flipped over. Remember the Malaysia glitches we started after 2017 where the cars would just glitch out in pits?
Oh yeah.
And it's happened every time, no matter who was like hosting or anything.
So as we get ready, we'll have a formation lap, unless it's turned off for some reason, but I doubt it.
Drivers adjusting some parts of the set they're allowed to adjust the course to aid them in the wet.
Yep, it's intermediate start, but it does look like it's pouring it down, so we could see the wets.
And Andrew's already been disqualified.
Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Tyre temps aren't an issue in this game anymore, and it's also the wet, so they don't need that much of a push to get warm.
Yeah. Miles was disqualified and Shoaib.
Oh, Mr. P's off.
Shoaib sounds really Irish in my opinion. No offense, but I think that sounds really Irish. Underfuel the car, says LFC.
That is a good point. You don't want to overfuel it in the wet.
I never knew that tactic before. I'm going to keep that in mind the next time it's a wet race.
If you overfuel it, you're going to understeer more.
Yeah.
If you underfuel it, you'll have more turnout.
Austria.
But you can't burn the fuel, so...
Yeah.
So, Jamie, who do you think is going to win this race? Your prediction, anyway.
I have no idea. It's going to be a complete lotto, in my opinion. All I know is it could be LFC or Miles winning it.
I think...
David Womack wins really wide.
I think Warren Egg's going to win it.
Well, that's if his internet holds up, of course. He has a history of disconnecting from sessions.
That's in FP only. In F5, I don't think he ever has.
I think he disconnected last week.
Oh, well. I shouldn't have said that.
And yet again, someone already has the iRevs, but for me it's Simo. So I'm trying to get one on board with to save my eardrums. Simo for me. I don't know if I don't think you are affected.
No, I haven't got it for Simo. As we get ready.
David Woolback right across the grass. Of course, that does affect your tyres. They affect your getaway if you go across the grass too much.
Can you look at the middle to the back? Mainly, I'd say look at Shoaib and Jack, because they're probably going to fly off the start.
Yeah, but I'll actually might keep an eye on some drivers I would expect to cause the mayhem. I'm not going to give it any names, but I've got my eye on someone.
Right, so as we get ready, we'll go on board from White Fountain's POV. Green flag is waving.
Join the back of the grid. He's just about to line up though. He's in the last row, of course.
So as we do get ready on board with White Fountain, the lights should appear any minute. We got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights.
All parts a bit wrong.
And away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. Looks like White Fountain's got off to a pretty good start. Mr. P not with the greatest start. Warren Haig is already down the inside going into turn 1. They're all quite cautious into turn 1, which
it's a bit of contact between David and Woolback
is good to see. Everyone seems to be pretty much clean.
But here comes Eau Rouge.
Yep. Everyone seems to be cleaned up Eau Rouge for the front lot.
Oh, someone's gone really wide. It's Jamie Met. He keeps it together though. Oh, Andrew's gone off and he's collected Jamie Met. And I think the wing has come off on Jamie Met's car.
Yeah,
yes,
Jamie's got wing damage. Everyone else has actually survived.
I think he's got red and orange. Because that wing was completely wrecked. And Racer has got a 5-second stop go penalty for cutting and gaining a place. As David Woolback has spun it and he's rejoined in 11th. I should imagine, yeah, he joins right in front of UA9.
One person who's had a hell of a start is Jack Tyler. Already up into 8.
He's already doubled his grid position. Well, half it. Depending on what way you look at it.
Mr. P struggling. I don't know how, but there's already a gap. 2.6 White Fountain.
I think he has stated before that he is not really good in the wet. And at the minute he's just forming a train.
Yeah.
3 cars, maybe more. Oh, Alice
has gone.
He has lost his wheel. And Notorious had to take avoiding action, otherwise he would have arrived on the show.
Oh, look at Niels. He's already pulled to the outside, and he's got Warren Haig, and Warren Haig backed off there. But look how much speed Niels has got down the straight.
Yep. Must be running some low
VSC
safety car. As Racers been there Blanchimont, Kimi Raikkonen style.
Oh,
and the McLaren and Mercedes driver nearly collected him.
He can pit under the VSC though, which will save him a couple of seconds.
Oh, and now Niels has got a penalty.
He hit
colliding with Mr.
He's got wing damage.
Oh, I don't know. Did you see what happened?
No.
Well, if he has a POV, he might send that in. If there's only a slight bit of wing damage, then I think that would be a bit harsh.
It's quite extensive. It looks like yellow.
When is the VSC going to end though? It could end when some drivers win the Eau Rouge, and that could catch a few people out, and some drivers could crash into the wall.
Yeah, that is.
Be interesting to see.
True. Niels, as we are now green, Niels has got, I believe, actually yellow wing damage on the left-hand side of that Ferrari. So.
Interestingly, though, the 2 Red Bulls have come through clean. They usually the drivers will lose their front wings, usually in the first lap, but they've come through and they're clean. So everything's good for them.
Has Mr. P gained time under the VSC?
No.
That gap was above 2 seconds, that's why.
It's 3.5 seconds on my screen.
Oh, on my screen it's 2.3.
Yeah, I think the timing's a bit wrong.
Oh, there's a wing damage for Niels.
Oh. Yeah, that's coming to play with it. He wants to be careful through Blanchimont, see if anyone wants to make a move on him through there, then he needs to be careful. 2 Red Bulls, 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 on the circuit coming to players. Miles and Awesome Dude are battling, and Awesome Dude I think was unable to drive it. As Miles is going to go in on BA9 for the last point position, and
oh, what's
Miles,
happened
what are you doing,
there? They're both in the
Oh.
wall.
Could have easily avoided him spinning them off that far. And Andrew's got the front wing damage, as Shoaib actually got past him, I think, in all that. And Notorious is going to move on him now. And Niels has got good launch from fine.
Yeah, it's got massive yellow wing damage.
It's manageable in the dry, but in the wet, I have no idea though. Jack Tyler's not quickest.
David Warbank with the fastest lap.
Like an ace in the ring. Oh, I didn't see that.
So David Warbank with the early pace.
David Warbank and Jack Tyler could be real favourites here if they just keep it clean.
Yeah, that is true. Jesus, Neil's had to corner cut Raddy on there with his wing damage.
Yeah, he didn't hit, of course. I think he maybe should have. Saves him a bit of time. Like, try for some kind of miraculous undercut. I was losing a bit. I think everyone's losing a bit. And depending if how many drivers are actually running dry sets, it'll be interesting to see what ballast they're actually using in the wet conditions. If something using 7 or 8 ballast, I can throw them off a bit at Eau Rouge, and Andrew went off. I don't think she hit anything.
Jack Tyler's really close. Oh, Simo! Oh, it's not Simo, it's Warren Egg. Sorry.
Oh, Simo has actually had a moment though, he's hit the wall.
Oh, he didn't get wind damage though. He didn't get wind damage.
Yeah, massive moment that's allowed Jack Tyler and David Warbank both to gain 1 place each, of course. David Warbank and Jack Tyler with the quickest 2 laps. And look how much Jack Tyler is gaining on these two guys, they're battling.
Oh no! My god, that was really close.
That would have been a big crash. He would have collected Warren Hagen to Jack Tyler's going to get a massive toe on him now.
Jack Tyler's going to get 3rd here, and 3 laps ago he was down in, what was it, 15th?
Yep.
What's happened to Mr. P?
Despite average front-wing damage,
what's happened to Mr. P? He's lost all of his time.
Yeah, he's in the 2nd, so if Jack Tyler can get past these two, then it's going to be one mighty battle for 2nd place. So I think White Fountain is another race in the bag. But, you know,
as Jack Tyler's down instead of Warren Egg, and that's P4 for Jack.
David Warbank, because I was about to say, yeah, DRS on him, but of course DRS is not just a miss. Oh, contact at Butchimont! B-Way's had a massive crash into the wall, he's only lost a bit of front wing, though.
And he's out.
He's retired from the session. Yeah, it was him and Racer, I think, that came together. I didn't really know who was at fault, if anyone was at fault or not. So I didn't catch all of it, I just saw them, having a bit of a moment. One of them going off into the wall. Niels has actually closed in on Mr. P. He's gained for pulled away from Jack Tyler's. Miles has crashed. I don't know where that is. He's at, oh, he's at
oh, yeah, he has. He's backwards.
Yeah. No safety car though. David Warbank has got a penalty. Right as he's about maybe pull up and overtake Warren Haig. Warren Haig loses it a bit. Yellow flag in sector 1.
That could be Miles's car.
There's a glitch. No, the yellow flag's went away for that. David Warbank's up to 5th now. It's Jack Tyler.
What is going on? David Warbank and Jack Tyler have just got mega pace today.
Which are little demigods and they used to do the drivers at Bottle every week.
Niels has got ridiculous straight line speed.
Yeah, he was running low wings anyway, but that front wing damage is going to help him. And plus he's going to have a little bit of a toe now, Mr. P, because that straight line speed has helped him. And White Fountain is literally something else in the wet.
Who's that off? That's Warren in the pits. He hasn't got damage.
Interesting. Unless he's got damage we can't see.
That is true. I'll go back on board with him. No, it's just
it's
a regular pit stop.
So White Fountain though pulls out 9 seconds to Mr. P, and he's done 2 fastest laps in a row. Is this guy really selling in disguise?
I don't know. Here comes Niels. Did he go down the side of Mr. P? No, he backs off. Puts Mr. P under pressure though.
When at the downforce, Mr. P has made a mistake there though. He's chucked him out of it.
Yellow flag is set to 1.
And I don't think anyone's bottled it.
Someone may have gone wide. I think yellow flag can be caused by someone going wide. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Niels has gone wide! And that's Jack Tyler up to P4. Third, sorry, not 4th, yeah.
It appears to be easy for Jack Tyler, you know. Niels is starting to... That front wing damage is starting to affect him now. David Wolfman was actually looking at that for a sec.
I don't know this answer, but how long do inters actually last?
I think they can last the majority of the race.
Intermediates, they wore hella around most strikes. This is Belgium's a high tyre circuit.
It's random, really. I don't really know about mediums on this, intermediates on this track.
Jack's getting on Mr. P. He's broke late. Oh, he's launched it. He spun Mr. P round. Mr. P's got wing damage now.
Yep. Maybe that'll help him in the straight line too, if it's helping Niels enough. And Niels run into the back of him.
Oh, now Niels has got more wing damage.
And David Woolbeck is right on the back of this. Oh, Doug goes side by side.
Oh no.
Guys. Oh, he's back out there.
Desync, they're really close. They both got wing damage. Niels has taken a new line for Radion.
David Woolbeck's gonna have a double toe. Through that the DRS though. I can see these two guys crashing.
Freaking down to Lake Holm, and Mr. P's overshot it.
Interesting. Niels is going to come back at him. And David Woolbank sees a gap.
I wouldn't have gone for that.
Optimistic. The gap was there in his eyes, it seems, and he's actually got the move done without any contact. Fair play.
Yeah, these guys got wing damage, so not Mr. P, David Woolbank is on for a podium.
Yeah. Oh, Jack Tyler! Oh, he had a moment. His rear end went for a sec there. These have been race over for him, and White Fountain has pulled out 11 seconds in 6 laps.
That is crazy. David Woolbank down the side of Mr. P? Nope.
See, that was what I was trying to try on Tuesday, but I got my braking points wrong.
I noticed.
Yeah, I looked back on the replay and I didn't even brake, I don't think. I turned, but I didn't brake and I didn't turn enough and smashed into the back line. Jamie met and
oh, David Woolbank's gone wide at Blanchemont.
Racer and Jamie have made contact at Puyol. And Racer stays ahead, but Jamie met. The gap was wide open, he's going for it, he's really around the outside, his contact, and Racer's having none of it there.
David Woolbank has launched it down Mr. P's inside for turn 1.
Oh no. He hasn't done a good run. The wood slipstream say anything. When yeah, you can't go for a move up there, he's too far back.
No, he's too far back, yeah. Oh, he's lost it! Oh, we had a nice slide.
I'll show you this past Luke Bailey.
Is your flag set to 1?
I think it was LFC actually. I think he's lost a lot of pace there. Yeah, the 2 cars behind that game massively. But yeah, they're in the moment there.
I've got a feeling at this point the intermediates are going to be struggling for tyre wear.
Well, tyre wear is not as effective as it used to be, so some drivers may not be even affected by tyre wear.
It's true.
And Andrew has got a time penalty as racing pits, I think, for a wing repair. And
David Warbank sees an opportunity.
oh no, yeah, you need to make that run on the outside. Yeah, it's got a better run though.
He's...
There's nose in there. Great
Oh, decent!
Yeah. Watch out for Simo, he's coming up right behind this lot. You know, the guys in second...
Oh, David Warbank's letting him back through.
And what is David Warbank thinking, Nick? Is now he's just lost the place to Simo.
I have to give credit to David Warbank there, though. A lot of sportsmanship.
Yeah, fair enough from him.
But that's a four-way battle for P3. Who's that pitting? LFC?
Shoy was catching as well, so maybe this is going to end well, isn't it?
Give on with another 3 seconds.
He only went on the curve at La Solstice. I don't really see what was wrong with that.
Oh, Simo's got a lot less confidence, and David Warbank had a lot more of it.
David Warbank also lifted, but I think Simo lifted more. Has he got the toe go?
He's broke a lot later. Wow!
And he's got it. Wow.
That's not the best from Simo though. He shouldn't be letting that go easily.
Yeah, I think Notorious made a mistake at a Rouge. He's got wing damage, but he was going slow.
Yeah, Simo should never have let that move go.
Unless he's just admitting the fact that he's actually quicker. Or slower rather than Warbank.
True. David Warbank still can't pass Mr. P.
Yep. It's round 2 then.
Yellow flag set to 2.
And it's Notorious.
Notorious! Oh, he's collided with LFC!
What was that? It looks like he was going slow on the run up the Kuyan and made contact with me. I don't know if he waited up for him or not. It's white county goes quick as he can.
The rain is dying down.
Yeah. I reckon he'll be stopped in 2 laps. Drives by maybe lap 15, 16. Because the weather around this track is, you know...
Yeah, it takes a while for the track to dry.
Yeah, mainly because it's a longer track. As David Warbank does the cut back on Mr. P, and he's gonna go up.
He's got Mr. P's got the traction on the outside. No, I think David Warbank's eventually got it though.
Yep. And Mr. P needs to watch out for Dirty Air there, coming up for a Rouge.
Mr. P's gonna come back at him though.
He's got the toe. The front wing damage is helping him a bit.
Oh, he's off. Mr. P didn't leave him much room. David Warbank has to give that position back. Yeah,
he's doing that. He's running place 2. Who's at fault there? Mr. P did not leave him much room, like you said.
Yeah, fair play David Warbank again, but I think he got an illegal overtake, so we had to let him back through. Yep. The rain has stopped.
Oh, it's already stopped. 2 laps earlier than I thought it would. But how long is it going to take for the track to dry out?
I don't know.
Show just passed Niels for P6. Niels with front wing damage has really dropped off in his last 2 laps.
Oh, Mr. P's made an error. David Warbank around the outside. The stab lot, that ain't going to work.
Now into this corner, which I forgot the name of.
I don't know that name.
I'm around to Brom Simon. White Panthers gone quickest again. Oh my goodness, someone slow this guy down. Someone slow this guy down.
Oh, they've almost on wide. Oh.
Yeah, he lost it for a bit there. Simo is gradually gaining back on these 2. See, gradually he's gaining a lot in that corner.
One thing that's interesting is as the track's drying, there'll be less grip on these inters, so someone may bin it up a route.
Yep. As Niels is pitting. And if this is going to be for dries, I'll be well surprised. It's
Well
way
too early.
Oh my goodness, he is going on the dries. He's going on the softs. And yeah, he had the stop go from earlier too, so he has that to deal with. And the wing change. And Niels has gone on to the softs.
Too early.
Yep. Oh, it looks dry in the pit then, though. Pit surface dry.
There's a bit of spray, but that is about it, to be honest. Oh,
Yeah,
the
only
wallbank down the inside of Brussels.
To be honest, this track is actually drying quicker than we expected it would.
Almost if he's gone deep.
It. And David Wallbank back at the inside, and I think he's got that move done for good.
Yeah, it was the flag set to one. Niels is off. He's off at Radion, sorry.
Yep, that's some softs, and he easily lost a wheel on the wall there as the Rebel goes by for P12. Yeah, shouldn't have pitted for those softs.
And he retires.
Yeah, next. By the way, Fletch is in the chat.
Yeah, no. Mr. P's getting again on the straight, so he could be able to get the move again. Whoa, the Wallbank slowing right down.
Yeah, he must have felt that he's going to lose it somewhat at that corner. That's allowed Mr. P to gain about 2 or 3 times now. Mr. P pits. DRS has not been enabled yet, so I won't say it's dry enough. Unless he wants to get that front wing damage off him as soon as possible.
It's a set of softs he's fitting.
Yeah. But if he's seen what Niels has done, then yeah.
I think it's too early still.
Yeah, there's spray coming out of his pit box, but then when he's coming down the pit road, it's the pit lane itself, there's actually not any spray. It looks dry.
It's coming out of the pit lanes where there's less grippers.
It's just coming out of his pit box.
And he's already slid out.
And yeah.
It's still too wet. Track's damp.
Well, he's just gifted the wall back the project.
Mr. P's going at a snail's pace.
Yep.
Notorious pits.
Don't tell me these guys are also pitting for dries. Yep, Notorious on for softs. The racer goes on to. Racer also onto the softs.
It's not time for softs.
These guys are making classic errors. Oh, DRS has been enabled.
Oh!
Maybe this time. I think these guys have just pitted at the exact right time.
Yeah. Shrev and Simo battling.
Now the guys on the inters are going to be losing time. Everywhere. David Wallbank is going really slow through there. Simo actually lost the rear end, I think, and now Schroeder's going to actually catch up to the back of him here. Yep, the track, there's no spray left on the track, so this track is dry.
Jesus, David Wallbank there, through Blanchimont.
Yeah, he's taking the cautious. Oh, Simo right to the back of him, and all 3 of them pit.
Yep. Which I'm not surprised by.
Yeah, they need to watch out for the pit limiter, of course. Because the pit limiter on those inters could actually affect them.
And Mike Fountain has comfortably come out in the lead.
Yep. By this race, Schroeder's gone on to a set in mediums. Softs can definitely make it from.
Oh, Mr. P! Oh, wow.
Maybe those tires are overheating a bit because they pitted the lap early. Of course, they may have a bit of wetness on them. His teammate Luke Bailey has jumped him. All these guys have jumped Mr. P.
Mr. P's struggling because he lost it out the final corner as well, so the season's going from bad to worse.
Yep, LFC joins Schroeder in the mediums, and
Wait.
Andrew is gone onto a set of softs too, so it's just LFC and Shive on the mediums. There's Warren Hayes still on the inters.
Yeah, I was about to say that. What's Warren Higg doing? Is the other flag set to 1? I don't know who's off.
It's glitched.
Oh. This is a strategic masterstroke from Warren Higg. He's going to come out P8.
Yeah, big mistake. I did that mistake in the pre-season race in F6, and it cost me a lot of time. It went really well, wasn't it?
Oh, even hits the goes on the grass.
Yeah.
And it barely gets a stop go for track extending. Well then.
Mr. P's gone quickest. So, and he is catching up to the back of his teammate, and not far ahead of him is Shoaib. Warren Higg is on to super softs. They can't make it to the end.
9 laps. You're silly.
Yeah. Those super softs can only go about 7 laps.
Hey, he's just going for fastest lap at this rate.
Yeah.
I've gone board with Mr. Peters. He's gaining on Luke Bailey.
Nearly in DRS range. He's in DRS range actually now. Notorious.
The track is getting drier and drier, so.
Yeah, but he's on the joint oldest set of softs on this track, and he's actually just gone quickest.
I think everyone who crosses the line will be going quicker and quicker, I think.
Yeah, odds on White Fountain to set a 140 odd now coming through here.
But then Jack Tyler will beat it.
It's White Fountain.
Yeah, I know Jack Tyler will beat it because the track is drying. Oh, that's a 49.5. Oh. Guaranteed Jack Tyler will probably do a 49.0.
Look at the lap data up. I don't think he's going to beat it. Actually, sure. Nope.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, he's in the 40s, but he doesn't see it.
I stand corrected.
David Warbank goes quickest on a 148.8.
Yeah, that shows track evolution for you.
Yeah.
Here comes Mr. P close on his teammate.
Mr. P, 147.9.
No team orders, Mercedes, I don't think. Never mind.
Warren Higg, oh yeah, that's a lap P. Warren Higg is going to smash the lap thing. That's a lap.
Yeah, we'll do team orders and Mercedes as Mr. P is now ahead of Luke Bailey.
Yep. I do believe those two guys are in parties for races.
I'm not sure.
It could be why. Andrew's gone fastest, 147.6. Notorious can't beat that. Racer can also not go fastest, so Andrew's fast lap in a moment. But I'm expecting more no to absolutely smash it.
Yeah, I can agree there.
If he doesn't set a fastest lap on those supers, yeah, something might be wrong. If he's found in the dug into a wall, then yeah, that's success. White Fountain. That's gonna drop. I'm thinking.
Jack Tyler's quite slow compared to White Fountain, so.
Yeah. I'll check fastest lap.
Mr. P will get fastest lap now, then he'll go to Warren Higg. I'm saying that now.
Yeah. So Mr. P
Yep.
Yep, 1.71, and then Nathan Swallow is going to smash in my opinion. And in fact, he does 146.6.
Only half a second quicker though.
Well, he started, so. Yeah.
Right, true.
Of course, in the next game, of course, the top of the driver who has a fastest lap could get points, of course. That is, I think it's going to get implemented into F1, isn't it?
I've not heard anything about it.
I've heard something about they're actually going to add something for the fastest lap, that point or something. The fastest lap in the week, but yeah, but those rumours might die down a bit.
That would be stupidly unfair because then the top teams could get 3 points.
Yeah. Plus, you have like situations like in Formula E a few seasons ago where Buemi and Degrassi was going into different cars each lap to try and set the fastest lap to win the championship.
One thing I am going to say is David Warbank is not going to get a podium.
But he has pulled away from Simo since the start. Jack Tyler's got penalty.
The amount of penalties David Warbank has. But I've seen his name pop up multiple times.
I'll check, but I won't spoil it for the stream. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Your flag set to true.
Oh, Mr. P. And yellow flag was for nothing, and I'm thinking. Because it would be nice to have a safety car, means we get that with the lead.
It's not going to happen though.
That's right. Yeah, it's called Masters. If someone flipped it about 10 times at Lake Common, it still wouldn't be a safety car.
Well, there goes Mr. P.
I wouldn't be a yellow flag. He's just passed him.
Yeah, Schweb's on the slower tyre, he selected the wrong one.
Okay, here we go again, and the chat is just gonna pee everyone off. Let's just ignore what is going on in there. Let's just race it on as well.
Yeah, thanks to 1.
Oh, it's LFC.
Oh.
Who has been there at the top of Eau Rouge. First time someone's been it up there in a while. Doesn't retire from the race though.
Oh.
Reese is retired right there.
Safety car, safety car, safety car, safety car.
Yeah. Now I've mentioned the safety car, everyone is just making mistakes and trying to crash out, it seems. I'm not trying to, but yeah.
Simo's closing on David Warbank.
What's it coming?
This will be, I think, Simo's second podium.
Of course, he did win the pre-season race after some absolutely hilarious, but yet abysmal driving from Brian Tinney.
So I don't think
second one on these tyres. Minor blisters are starting to fall.
Simo with DRS, easy move, and Simo is up into 3rd.
There goes the podium. So, Awesome Dude is up into 10th as well. He can get on the podium as LFC up in podium points. As LFC has another penalty stuff in which confirms that. Plus LFC has got one damage from earlier force on fixed.
Oh! Jesus, David Warbank.
Oh. He missed the braking zone.
Yeah, he got within like a centimetre of Simo's gearbox.
It's following my footsteps.
Unlucky LFC. David almost wants to get David Warbank. You caught what?
Notorious analysis incident. I don't want Notorious thinking really. Yeah, David Warbank is gonna. I bet he's actually gonna hit into Simo, you know. Because the amount of breaking points he seems to be missing.
Yeah, I think it's a lake home.
Yeah. Ooh, did a lot of time there. Lost it or the bad exit.
Now, will he get him on the straight, or will he dive in at lake home?
Oh, he nearly went over a roost then. Managed to save it somehow, but I don't think he's gonna have enough getting down the straight now.
No.
Yeah, there's grass in his tires. There's marbles everywhere in his tires now.
I don't know if being Simo will be.
Simo runs wide, and David will make
They will have to go for it here, surely. Yeah. Oh wow.
Ooh, he's overcut there. Oh, Simo was sticking his nose in there.
Guess who's come and said hello now, Mr. P.
Hello, 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 what? Someone's ready to spoil a party, it seems. Warren Hager is starting to gain on Luke Bailey. Don't know if that gap's actually still the same for the last few laps, so I don't know why I say that. Yeah, it's dropped for 2 seconds.
There's now 3-way battle for the podium emerging, and if these 3 hold each other up, possibly a 4-way battle if Schweb can catch up. He's only 2 seconds away.
Yeah, just imagine if there was DRS on the straight. It wouldn't happen because of launch, wouldn't it? It's like if someone just stuck a DRS zone up the middle of a route of Simo was actually looking for the wallback player on my eye to see him side by side with him for a second.
Who's going to go for a move? I've got a feeling it would be Simo. Oh, Mr. P misses his braking point.
Yep. I just have a feeling one of these guys are gonna go for a mad move with a rouge and get it right.
Simo's getting there, Warbank here.
Yeah, the toe's just too strong.
Unless David Warbank dives it.
I don't know how, but oh, Mr. P is gone in on David Warbank, and yeah, he's passed him.
Oh,
his elbows out, it's contact. Yeah, there's gonna be a collision between the two. I can just see it.
Oh, slight tap from Mr. P.
This is allowing Shoaib to catch up to this battle. Score to 10.
Shoaib's gonna have some popcorn at the ready.
I think he might be drawn into it.
Yeah, he's closing rapidly.
Forget the popcorn, lads. He's just gonna get drawn into it. Oh!
Doesn't really affect anything, but
yeah, he's 22 seconds. So if that gap was about 8 seconds, then we'd be on our feet, on the edge of our seats. Because, of course, if you don't serve a 5-second stop go, then it adds 10 seconds onto your race time.
Yeah. Mr. P. No.
What about that one for a sec?
David Warbank really closes up on the braking.
Yeah, there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a 3-abreast move coming here on the Camel Straight. We saw a 4-abreast move which actually ended in a collision in F6 yesterday. I had a pretty good view of it because I was right behind it. Well, I wasn't right behind it. I was behind it, but not right.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. The thing, POVs were asked to be sent in.
Oh, Mr. P. David Warbank's not even going to defend it. That's okay. Mr. P's overcut the corner. Yeah.
He did. You ain't gonna try to outrun the outside. Of course not. That'd be stupid. Mr. P covers the inside and knows that David Warbank likes to go for it down there into Brussels.
Mr. P's got the move.
Yep.
Now he's going to go on the hunt.
DRS range.
But Mr. P, we know, is quicker, so he's already pulled himself back into that second range. And where's David Warbank going?
Narnia. Shoaib is in DRS range. David Warbank might not even finish in the top 5.
He won't. He won't with penalties.
Who knows? He might not even finish in the top 6. Luke Bailey could still get it, or Warren Hood.
Probably could, to be honest. Let's go ball with Mr. P as he's gaining on Simo.
Massively. In half a second in the last few corners. And that's nice there, Birkin.
Oh, David Warbank!
Oh, where did he come from?
He slightly tapped Mr. P, I think, and it sent him into a half spin.
David Warbank is just getting frustrated. I think he's trying to do something. He's trying to like gain time out of the corners by taking them quickly, late braking, and then just like turning into the corner a bit earlier. But I think that's only going to slow him down. As Scheiber's going to get DRS in a minute. David Warbank also has DRS, but that ain't going to affect it. Because Scheiber's up to P5.
Quite an easy move, to be honest. He's not going to go for it.
Just David Warbank, he's going to come back with him. Just imagine if Scheiber didn't pit him ages.
Scheiber would have been third.
Yeah. Fair play to Warren Aid though, he's made those super softs the last 8 laps. And is still closing in on Luke Bailey.
No, that is true. I don't know if Mr. P's allowed to get the move here. There's 1 lap to go.
Here we go, it's another one.
Set to 3.
He can say goodbye to his top 8 hopes this Notorious.
Oh! Well, I found us at the wall, I think. Or something's happened. I thought. I went on board with him and he locked up, so, you know, I thought something had happened.
Wait. Hang on a sec. Yeah, put your stream on for a sec, it was lagging on my screen, so I refreshed it. Do you think Warren Hay could get punched in the last lap?
Could do. We have to start the final lap, but I'll go on board with White Fountain later. There's a 4-way battle, or technically 3-way battle for third.
Well, there was a 4-way battle, now it's a 2-way battle because Scheiber and David Warbank lost it at the last corner. But the toe was dead there and kind of straight.
The gap's quite large. 6.5 tenths.
Oh, White Fountain locked up again, yeah? Oh, David Warbank has lost it and he's gone wide. Oh. Yeah, he's not even going to finish in the top 8, I don't think. Warren Nade's tires are going off the cliff because his tire, he's struggling up a rouge there.
I think this is it. I think the top 3 are going to still... Top 3 are definitely going to stay the same. I'll go on board with White Fountain for a little bit.
It's defending on penalties. I think it's defending on penalties. Third is yet to be decided because Mr. P is gaining as well.
Schweppes just got a pen, I'll show you.
That's his, yep, that's his podium contention's gone out the window. Mr. P's run wide.
Oh, he's got a pen! So Simo has got P3 and White Fountain going for the bus stop chicane. Dominant.
Now, I think this is full position now. I think this is going to be a true fight. Mr. P can still get a toe, he's only 2 seconds. And it is a long straight.
White Fountain wins with the stop go. Jack Tyler should be second.
Yeah, Mr. P has not got a good enough toe on Simo.
Mr. P could go for this.
Yeah, it's all or nothing on the last lap, isn't it?
Oh!
He pulled out right in the last second.
And that's a stop.
Oh my god. Oh my
he's going to lose all them positions. Well, not to David Warbank,
no. And it's Simo third, Scheiber fourth, Mr. P fifth, David Warbank 6th, but I think he's going to actually lose that. No, he actually doesn't.
And that is it. Warren Egg actually gets 7th.
Yeah, just wait for the... Oh, Notorious has crashed. Damn, Mr. P, you're making me choke getting those 5-second penalties like that.
See, that's it. I don't know what the championship standings are going to look like after this. I'm going to double check right now. So White Fountain does extend his championship lead.
Yeah. White Fountain might actually have this one. But you know, it's S5, anything can happen.
He's got a 22-point lead in the championship, White Fountain.
That's a win and a 5th place. That must have been easy to get. As Andrew smashes his car and pieces him across the line. Goodness, it's really low. Andrew does get a point on his F5 debut. I didn't record it, I'm afraid, but I might actually go into video clip now so I can get the last hour back.
That's what I'm doing. Jamie, if you can go through the race finish whilst I quickly nip AFK for 30 seconds. And then can you please suggest the top 3 back in him moment?
So the only problem is I don't know if the footage of Notorious hitting LFC is actually clear enough over the stewards to make a decision, because I think I already cut onto it as soon as he hit him. I don't know if I changed the driver too quick. I'll check anyway. So, classic Codemasters. Race finishes driving since the result screen is wet. White Fountain wins the race and Jack Tyler in second place. Jack Tyler, brilliant drive from 16th to 2nd. Simo third, Schreiben fourth. Mr. P in 5th, David Warbank 6th, Warren H 7th, Luke Bailey 8th, Jamie 9th, and Orson Deed in 10th. Notorious in 11th, LFC in 12th, and the DNFers in this race were Racer, Niels, Miles, BY9, and Alice. LFC, if your footage is not saving, it might be the space on your PS4 and how much memory you got. If it is that, then it'll just give you a certain message.
I'm back.
So, White Fountain, Jack Tyler.
Yes, please.
And most of the drivers and my friends listening, so it's easier to actually get them in. I find it interesting how Smudge didn't turn up, said he couldn't turn up for the race, but he's online playing Project Cars too.
Well, that will be dealt with after the race. Yes, don't worry, Jack. Jamie's taking his time suggesting everyone.
I've suggested everyone.
Right.
Check the video clip recorded the last hour. Should have. If it has not found the incident. Yeah, it has.
Alright, so we've got one person in. Just gonna wait on the others.
Yeah, White Fountain usually joins.
We'll give him 30 seconds. There we go. Right, so we'll start the interview. So we'll start with 3rd place. Simo is your, I believe to be, your 2nd podium this season. How does it feel after, I think it's been a couple of weeks to be back up on the podium?
Yeah, good. To have a nice result. Belgium has been kind to me generally racing, so I was hoping for something just been a look come along. But yeah, great to be back. I was getting very shaky on the wheel. You can tell it's been a while to get to the podium. I was like really smashing the gear changes as on that last lap. So yeah, really happy to be 3rd.
Jamie, you got any questions for Simo for now?
I'm trying to think back to the battle with Warbank. I'm trying to think of something. I know that um uh just the overall battle with David Warback, and you know, you had the penalties that made you finish third. Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good battle. Obviously, in the rain, I was sort of behind David and Mr. P. They were helpfully holding each other up, battling as well. So I don't think I had the pace to quite get in that battle anyway. I thought if I just hold back a little bit and see if they might take each other out for me, or make it easy for me. I think the pit stops, I think Mr. P went in a lap too early, didn't he? So he dropped back quite a bit on that round of pit stops. I wasn't quite sure what had happened because I think Hay stayed out even longer. So he was ahead of me, so I got a bit confused as to who was where. I think I had a good battle with David. I think he either didn't adjust his wings or something in the pit stops because he had absolutely no straight line speed. So just all the long straights, I was just catching up to him like anything. So it's just a case of getting past him and making it stick in the corners, getting out of DRS, and that should have sort of kept me ahead of him. Yeah, it was a good battle. Enjoyed it.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to second place, Jack Tyler. Going into love my control disconnecting halfway through. Jack, having a qualifying van, which you got from Germany. Did you expect to get second place starting from the back of the grid?
No, just generally no, but who cares? I'm just happy.
Well, the question is, you do lose points to Championship leader White Fountain, but where do you aim to finish in the Championship with only 5 more races to go?
Well, everyone wants to finish top of the championship, obviously, but because the White Fountain's so far ahead, I think now my reliability is on second place to jump Mr. P and then gain away from him at the moment, but with drives like that at the moment, I should be able to get ahead of him.
Okay, Jamie, you got any questions for Jack for now?
Jack, had you just told us through the first few laps and overtaking most of the pack through them just maybe colliding with others or just being slow really compared to you?
Realistically, I just knew that there was going to be collisions on that one. What I knew is to sit back and don't attack and just hope for crashes. Luckily there was a lot of crashes. But the first couple of laps, I think I got to P6 after lap 1, and I just stuck behind Simo until I saw a chance to overtake, but luckily we spun out, kinda. But at that moment, I thought, just sit back, relax, let other people push, crash, and just hopefully take the into today drive, and hopefully get maybe top 5 at a push, not over.
Yeah, nice notification whoever that was.
Yeah, that was me. Moving on to the race winner, White Fountain. It is back-to-back wins now for yourself. My one and only question for now is, do you think you will win the championship with your recent run of form?
My recent form has been really well, but still, how many rounds? 5 rounds left?
Yes.
So, I don't know what my lead right now is on Mr. P, Niels and Jack Tyler, but it's over a race win, I think. It's more than a race win.
It's 22.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice, but I'm still not sure if I will win this championship. Next week it could be me into the wall, and championship is open again. So.
Very
Like I said earlier,
true.
after the race finished, anything can happen in F5.
Very true. Jamie, got any questions for White Fountain? Or?
Yeah, I did feel him dominating most of the recent races. Must be good.
Well, I don't think it's really... Today it was a wet race, so I know I'm quite good in the wet. And I was surprised to be pulling away 2 seconds a lap from Mr. P. But I don't think I'm that much quicker compared to Mr. P, Jack Tyler and Niels, because we saw qualifying, it was really close. Last week, Germany was also really close with Niels, so I don't think I'm really dominating this league.
Okay, we'll move on to the final set, or the final question that I ask all three of you. Starting from Simo to Jack to White Fountain. The next track is the famous Monza. What is your opinion on that track? Starting with Simo.
That's another penalty hell, isn't it? Which you can easily take far too much corner that. Yeah, turn 1 should be interesting again. It's the joys of F5, you're never quite sure who's going to go for it. Yeah, it's Monza, isn't it? So you just have a blast around and see how you do. It's kind of relentless as the corners come out. Yeah, I just want to say some congratulations to Jack on a fantastic drive from the back there. And I must be catching up to White Fountain because he didn't like me this week. So,
Jack, same question.
First of all, thanks to her. Good drive yourself and you too, White Fountain. But Monza, again, is a very hard track, obviously, as Simo said. Penalties, hell. But Scarly this year is quite hard to navigate because high balance will spin no matter what. But hopefully I can get a good result again. Maybe you'll win. I don't think so because White Fountain is just so quick at the moment. Hopefully I can finish ahead of Mr. P by 9 points, so I can be level above him. But again, I love the track. Everyone loves Monza. No one I know dislikes Monza. But come Sunday, I might hate it. I might love it even more. Who knows?
Finally, White Fountain.
Well, Italy, it's an iconic track, really fast. Well, like Simo said, penalties galore. So, well, I take it race by race, and we'll see who's on the top spot next week.
Well said. That will be it for PSGL F5. You'll see myself and Jamie again for round number 10 at Monza. And that's been it from me and Jamie. We'll see you next week.